Hi everybody, it's Coach JD. Putting together the next video in my series here. This one's about hitting. Of course, I got the neighbors over here blowing leaves in the backyard, so I hope you guys can hear me over the background noise. But this is, again, for 6 and 7-year-olds following up in our machine pitch league this year. Something for the parents to hopefully use to work with their kids at home. And so when we're talking about 6 and 7-year-olds, hitting is a really difficult thing sometimes to teach, because the size and strength of each child is such a major variable, and a lot of what you can teach them to do depends on just that. But really there's a couple things that I really focus on that I think that are really important to teach them. One is balance, teaching the balance of the swing, and two is keeping that back shoulder up when they swing. You guys all know this, that coming especially from the T-ball league, where the tee's down here, the ball's down here, they're all pretty much trained to swing down here on this plane with the tee. It's real easy to just put your hands there, and that's how everybody learns to hit off the tee. And that's why when I get to this age with practice, I don't really like doing tee work that much, because I think it actually promotes that habit. Their hands just want to go here, and they want to put that bat here, and they just want to, boom, lift it like this. And what you see when they get out there to bat is this shoulder drops down, and you see a lot of loopy swings like this. And the other problem with teaching hitting in the machine pitch league is those balls coming in off the machine at this age are coming at an arc like this, kind of down on the batter, almost like a slow pitch softball. So actually this swing here, where they drop down and go up to meet the ball, tends to work pretty well because you're on plane with that ball. But it's really not a good habit to teach and to nurture. You really want to try and teach them to keep the back shoulder slightly higher than the front shoulder when they're set up to hit. All right, so here's the main points we're working on this fall with our hitters. Basic batting stance, hands here by your shoulders, back elbows kind of up, keeping it sort of tucked in a little bit. When they step and push their hands back, you don't want them to turn and rotate their back to the pitcher. They need to just go back a little with the hands as they step, so they can keep their eyes forward on the pitcher at all times. And I'm always telling these kids, try and hit everything right back up the middle, because if they're looking up the middle at the pitcher, they step to the pitcher, their hands and their back come right to the pitcher through the zone. So those are the main cues. And when they swing, of course, the big challenge at this age is to avoid this, right? Shoulder, elbow goes down, bat drops, and they loop up into it. That's the hardest thing to break at this age. So I'm going to show you a couple of drills to help try and break that habit. You ready, Elisha? One drill that helps try and break that habit of dropping that back shoulder is to just get like a broomstick and put it up on their shoulders like this. Have them fold their arms in front of them. Put your elbows up and balance this broomstick right here. Now take your batting stance. Flex your knees a little. Good. Now get a little step, turn, and pivot through just like that, keeping this level. Show them what happens if you drop the back shoulder. Broomstick falls off. So they got to keep this balanced right here and just pivot through, back and forth. Do it again, one more time. Just like that. Perfect. All right, here's a couple of other hitting drills to help with some of these things, to keep their hands in close and not extending them out too far too soon. Staying about this far away from a fence, bat's length, or a net or something. And then go ahead and Elijah, show them what to do. Step right there, get the bat up. Good. Do it one more time. Good. Let me see your bat. They should be able to swing without hitting the fence. If their hands come out and loop around, they're going to hit that fence. Just like that. Making funny faces if you want. All right, so here's another really good one, and this one's kind of tough to stop. This is kind of a tough drill, but it really keeps them from dropping that back shoulder down and looping around. you get your back foot up right in front of the fence. Go ahead, Elijah. Okay. Now he should be able to make a swing without that bat hitting the fence, because when he steps, his body goes forward a little bit. Not quite that much forward. Try it again. Take your normal step. Keep your hands back. All right, good. Do it again. That was really close. Do it again. See, he's not perfect either. That's all right. Do it again. Good. You're getting close. That's okay. Just keep your hands forward. There you go. Do it one more time. There. Do it one more time. There. It's as simple as that.
And you don't want to go like this.
All right, so here's another drill for batting to try and help with that, keeping that back shoulder where it needs to be rather than dropping it. Again, this is just using the exercise band and have them hold it in their hands kind of like a bat. Step away so it's kind of tight. And then when they start swinging, what you want is for this band to be pulled straight forward like that. If it goes up, it's because their back side drops down. Okay, so alright, so this is what it looks like from the front. Their hands are here, right by their shoulders. And when they start swinging, they should keep them in tight. You want to get them to this position here and then have them just pull that band straight forward. Just like that. If the band is going across or up, they'll feel it. They'll feel this back side getting pulled down. So come on up here, Elijah. So grab this and hold it just like a bat. Get in your stance right off your hands right by your shoulder. So now step towards the camera and start your swing. Now, yeah, you see he felt it already. So keep this front shoulder kind of down and start to rotate with your hips and your body. And your hands are going to pull this straight forward, just like that. Pull that band in a straight line. Do that again. There, perfect. Now what happens if you drop your back shoulder? Show them that. If you drop, take a step. The band comes across in his face like that, or it goes up high. All right, so it's kind of tough for him to get that feel, but if you can get them to go straight forward, keeping their hands in close to their body until they're ready to hit, rather than their hands coming out too soon, like that. You want them to stay in like that, okay? Okay, so I know I said I wasn't a big fan of using a tee at this age, and I'm really not, because I like to have a moving target. I like to teach them the timing, and I also think that the tee can kind of promote this sort of swing where their hands just go down to the ball and they lift it up. But if you do want to use a tee, if you have one, it's fine. Just really be careful about trying to teach them, again, to keep this front shoulder down below the back shoulder and get the ball out in front a little bit from your leg, so they're not hitting the ball way back here, because again, you can't hit a ball back here unless you really drop your shoulder down. So you want them to keep their hands in close when they start until they get to the hitting position, and then it comes forward. So the hands go in a straight line almost to the pitcher. That's one thing that I say to the kids a lot. Hands, step with your foot and take your hands right back towards the pitcher. So keep the hands inside the ball here until they're ready to hit. You don't want to see their hands come out right away. That's bad. And that is one of the #1 things that all these kids do, is their shoulder goes down and their hands go out like this, and they have a big loop in their swing. You really want to teach them to keep their hands in close, get to the ball, and come here. It's a very tough thing. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of teaching, but it's really important to learn as far as, you know, fundamental skills of hitting. All right, so just to summarize the hitting part here, two big things again: balance and back shoulder. Okay, so balance drills. One thing too that you can do is with the broomstick. You know, you saw this one for the shoulders. If you just have them put the broomstick behind them also, or you can use your bat for this. They can use their bat. Just get them in a nice comfortable stance with their knees flexed, pretend that they're looking at a pitcher. You always want to try and simulate like they're looking at a pitcher and they're focusing on a ball coming in so they can hit it. But just have them do this with the broomstick behind their back and just rotate, you know, pivot that back foot and stay balanced. Just get them to do this and have that feel for that. And then again, I really like using the band for this one. This really helps them feel that powerful hitting position. So let me move it over here so you can kind of see again the band straight on, coming straight forward when they do this drill. If it starts here right about at their shoulder height behind them, you can hold it behind them and have them keep their hands in until they're ready to extend out front and pull that band in a straight line forward, not down, not across, not out this way, straight forward. And as they're doing it, their lower body's rotating and that back foot is pivoting so they can feel this powerful position where they want to hit the ball out in front of them, okay? That is really key. When they get that, which they can, and with a lot of practice, they really will start to make that timing, their lower body and their arms working together to make that swing. I hope you guys are appreciating these videos and getting something out of them. If you aren't sure about anything or have any questions, I love doing this stuff. I love teaching the kids and coaching them, so reach out to me if you need me.